In this week's Tuesday Tweaks video by Task Husky, we look at a site that markets in e-commerce one of the most popular products in the history of mankind ever, beer. They do a really good job too. They import beer into Europe. Imagine that. They do a really good job on their site. It's almost hard to find something at fault. There's a few things that they can fix and do a little bit better, including their page load speed on mobile. But when it comes to SEO, they got the thing going on. I'm telling you all about it. And it's a good lesson for all of you, especially if you do business in foreign countries and foreign languages. You got to watch this Tuesday Tweaks. Welcome. Let's get it done. All right. Like I've been saying, this is a really good site. We're talking about beerrepublic.eu. That's beerrepublic, beerrepublic.eu. This site was brought to us by Stephen. And I got to say, guys, there's some really good things going on the site. Obviously, some professional marketing and SEO has been handled here. I'm going to take a couple things I'm going to point out that I would suggest that you do. But I'm also going to take and point out to all of our watchers, and hopefully there's a few hundred of you folks out there watching these Tuesday Tweaks. I'm also going to point out some of the things that I think are just really kind of awesome, and we're going to want to show those. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, this is their landing page. This is the home page. You see it right here. Lots of cool stuff going on. The page is laid out. It's clean. It's nice. It's easy to navigate. One of the concerns that Stephen had is he wanted to make sure that this was intuitive. They're based in the Netherlands, and they wanted to make sure that the site was intuitive for people to navigate. I think it is. I scrolled down. I knew where I was. The name Beer Republic tells me a lot. I'm here. If I'm a beer fan, I'm going to be looking around. You definitely have carved out a niche. This first almost portfolio-esque looking block here to navigate your site was very helpful. I've used that. I love some of this animations. This is all very nice. Look at that, from kettle to keg to draft. This is all very fun. It's nice. It appears modern, it appears professional. I like here this new arrivals section, shop all beers and being invited to shop. I'm still being invited to shop. All these call to actions are really sharp because they're telling me that they're aligned with the brand, they're aligned with the format and the styles of the site, but they're inviting me to shop. This is a good thing. Every call to action is an invitation to shop. Here's an invitation to subscribe. That's good too. I'd make a pop-up for it. I know people hate pop-ups, but people hate pop-ups because they have to click through them because people keep using them because they work. I'd make an invitation with if you can, a special offer, free bottle of beer with every 6-pack or something like that if you subscribe to the newsletter. I just do that. I think it's good best practices for e-commerce sites. Again, scrolling down, good information about discounts and shipping and guarantees. This is all really solid information right here, and it's fairly easy to see. You can make it even easier, and I'm going to show you how that in a minute. A little video describing about that. So that basically the person starts, the good thing about this is that you can start shopping right away. You hit the site, the first call to action is click on the sale button. Next call to action, you get some information, click on the type of beer you like, so you start shopping. Next call to action, shop new arrivals, shop all beers. These are all good, and I can keep going, and the person can start shopping whenever they want to. I think this is really smart. I think it's really well laid out. At least I try it that way. All the way down to the bottom of the page. And again, all the themes seem to be in alignment. Very, very nice. A couple of things. You're on this home page. Now, the very top, the most important information you have here, I get it, fall sale. I see this. I'm going to go ahead and help you. I'm going to annotate this here. Fall sale. Yes, I get it. I see it. Yes, I'm looking at leaves that are changing color because it's autumn. I get it. But you know what? I still think the first picture should be of beer. Just strikes me, maybe a pumpkin spice ale or something else. I'm looking at a tree. And I got to admit, the only thing that stopped me here and I get it. I know it's a fall sale. I get it. but it's a tree. It's not beer. If you had autumn flavored, cinnamon flavored ales, pumpkin spice ales, wheat harvest, autumn harvest ales moving across the screen, being poured here, Oktoberfest pictures, I would get it a little bit more intuitively. I don't know what your pictures or your video was previously, but I would just make that as a little change. Let me get rid of these two comments. But again, it's a small comment. Overall, you know, I genuinely like your site. I think it's pretty nice. So clicking around, first thing I did, I scrolled down. I want to show you something else. I'm looking in your code. This is your homepage code. Pulled up some view source information because I'm always looking for SEO stuff. And here you've got your descriptions and stuff laid out really, really well. This is another thing you're doing great. Your SEO on your tags and your property attributes really lays out well and actually has SEO value right in here. Again, well done. I always give comments to a lot of other sites. They forget to do things like this and they don't think it's super important. Or they focus so much on the images, they forget to SEO everything. All right. Again, nice job. So then I click through and I start shopping beers. Here's all beers. I randomly picked this KBS Kentucky Breakfast Stout, all right, to look at, right? Did a quick view on it. This is that page. This is what it looks like. So a couple more things. Now, we know from your homepage, I'm going to go back and show it to you again real quick, that you've got some nice things to say about your shipping and your guarantees. You've got some nice things to say here, right? There's some good stories to tell. But once I get off this page, I don't see them anymore, right? I don't see them anymore. So what I think you want to do is you want to tell those stories here. Now, if you've been a fan of Tuesday Tweaks or you've seen more than one of these, I make these types of recommendations all the time. I'm always telling people, stores, that they should put trust badges right here. These types of things. Here's 2 samples of trust badges. Put them someplace just like this. That way your customers are here. Now these are just, of course, random samples of trust badges, but this is what the kind of feel look like. And you, since you have a guarantee of quality and freshness, you know, having a seal here that's styled in the colors and themes of your site that says something like 100% freshness and quality guarantee. That works, man. It's a message you should be telling right here. All right? Make sense? All right, let's get these out of the way because we've got some other things to do. Now, I look in, something I've always looked for. And again, this next thing is really impressive. So again, put your trust badges here. It's called risk reversal. Having it on this page and all through the shopping cart, it's always valuable. So I'm looking, okay, and I'm looking at your description right here. I'm looking at your product description right here. I'm seeing decent SEO, stout, brewed, all right, bourbon barrels. These are all things that are the types of stuff that people search for. I know because I do a lot of sites. I review a lot of sites that sell alcohol and adult beverages of different things. So this is good. These are different. I would actually increase this. I think this is a little bit too short. This is SEO territory for you here. I would put a few more descriptive. I'd make this this description about twice as long as it is with a few more keywords in it. Kentucky Breakfast Stout. The word stout here is pretty good. I think that's probably enough. So this is something people miss a lot. But another thing that people miss, and you didn't miss, is SEOing on images. Here is the code. And this is actually very impressive, guys. So, all right, first of all, nice job, Stephen, and nice job, team at beerrepublic.eu. But I'm also going to point this out. If you do business internationally, as beerrepublic.eu does, they do business all over Europe. They import North American beers and ales and stouts, and they import them and resell them in Europe. That's great. But, you know, there's lots of languages spoken in Europe. Now, I don't know if you can see this. I hope you can. But if you can't see it clearly, if you're looking at a low resolution screen or just this video is not coming out for you, I'm going to point out that the alt tag for this image starts right here. See the word alt? Maybe you can't see it. It's a little bit fuzzy, but Trust me, the word alt is right there. There's a description of the product. Then there is other languages. In fact, American and Canadian, it's Amerikaans, Canadies. These are all different ways even American Canadian are pronounced and spelled differently in their top selling countries. And it also says Buy American and Canadian. New Zealander beer, online beer kaufen, Beeren online. These are all things, these are all keywords. They not only did a good job SEO keywording this particular image, they keyworded the images in multiple target languages. They're the native languages of search for the countries that they're targeting. Holy mackerel, good job. Now, I could pick and be a little bit picky and say, well, this keyword's not used, and I would change these keywords and that. But I'm just so impressed that you thought of it yourself. Anything I would do would be a marginal improvement. The fact that you are doing it screams that you care about your business and you know what you're doing and you're going to sell more. I think it's great. So keep that up. I wanted to point out some other things too. Moving along, this is also stuff for you. You commented about, you gave me 4 competitors that you're doing business with. I'm going to point out that one of them was Beer Wolf. I think you're doing a better job than them. I wouldn't worry about that too much. You also pointed out, beerrepublic.eu. They do a nice job. I like their whole mixed cases, messaging here. I think that if you did something similar to bring this more product, see, this is their home page, and already beers, wine, spirits, mixed cases. That's something that a beer drinker who wants to sample lots of different things. Even though I know you can do that, but that messaging is right up front that you can mix and match individual bottles of beer. It's right up front. If you can find a way to move that more prominently, you probably get better flow through the website from people who are beer fans. But 2 other competitors that you mentioned, this is one of them, hopt.nl and savierbeeren.com. I wanted to point out to you, I don't know if you knew this, maybe you did know this, these are the same company. Not only are their websites virtually identical, watch clicking back and forth, Hopt and Savierbeeren. Look at that back and forth. They're the same site, right? Look, same images, same everything. They're owned by the same company. So it's really the same business, probably a merger or an acquisition. So I'm sure you knew that. I'm just pointing it out. You listed them as separate competitors. It's really kind of the same guy. All right, let's go back here. So when you add it to cart, that works fairly well. Here's the cart. I'm going to check out now. The cart loads. Now, this is good. I want to point something out again. Yes, you have PayPal, and yes, you have Apple Pay. If you're a regular fan, you've heard me say time and time again, especially when I'm ordering from a new e-commerce site that I've never ordered from before, I like to use one of these services because I have an extra layer of protection. So if you're not doing that now, I think that you'll have more conversions from first-time shoppers if you have those available. I would say as well, though, see this empty space right over here? One of the biggest problems e-commerce people face, and you'll hear me say this again and again in all of the different things that all the different Tuesday tweaks that I do, you hear me talk about shopping cart abandonment. People start shopping and then they stop. Anything we can do to stop that. So what do you do here? You've got blank space. Put those trust badges back. So what if you're shopping in here? All I'm saying is it costs you nothing or very, very little to get a few of those trust badges that you have on your product page to repeat them here in your shopping cart. A little bit of coding work, a little bit of maybe help from the Task Husky team to help you place them. But you get those here as often as you can. It just siphons off a few cart abandons. And it doesn't cost you much more. You've already done the graphic to put it someplace else. You put it here as well because they're sitting there, if they're questioning whether or not to buy or to complete it, when they see 100% satisfaction, quality, freshness guarantee, and no hassles, shipping, they see a couple of seals here that really make them feel good about it, you're going to get just a few more conversions than you otherwise would. And when it doesn't cost you anything more, why wouldn't you do that? Huh? You would, right? Of course you would, because you're going to do it because I have now given you that advice. And in looking at your site on mobile, this is what I came up with. Again, this is your home page. This was the special offers page. And this was a specific product page. Now, I'm showing you these for a reason. They look great. First of all, I got to tell you, it looked great on mobile. The only thing I'm cautioning you on is these two pages here, your home page and this page of these two that I'm sampling here. Both of these up front. This is a video and this is a video. Now, those two pages loaded too slow. I get it. The videos are awesome. On my PC, when I was going with the desktop PC and my laptop, these pages loaded just fine, within a few seconds. But on mobile, I've got a high-speed connection, and I'm using a solid Apple device over a strong network with 4 bars. These two pages loaded slower than you want them to load. And you can configure it so that these videos, that still images play on when mobile appears. That's what I would do. I think you're going to have more success with that, because you have no control over the cellular network that your customers are on, especially in Europe. It can be dicey. I'm in Europe twice a year, every year for business. I love my Europeans. In Germany, no problem. And the cell service is not the same in every place. You have no control over that. So I would make on your mobile page, on all mobile pages, I'd make still images appear. Me a screen capture of one of your videos, but don't play the videos when it's mobile. The pages will load faster and it'll be snappier. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I would make your front image make sense, add more risk reversal and trust badges to your product pages and your checkout process, and specifically take videos, make sure your videos do not play on mobile devices, make sure it just shows still images. I believe these are strong pointers that will increase your conversions and help customers buy more beer, which is what we all want. I think Benjamin Franklin said it best. He said, "Beer is proof that God loves us and wants us to be happy." I'll leave you with that one. You can even put that on your site if you want to. That's it for Tuesday Tweaks. Tuesday Tweaks is all about how Task Husky does a little free service because we want all Shopify merchants to be more successful and get more conversions. That's what we do. Every week, we do a new site. You can nominate yours too. Hope you've enjoyed this one. Keep listening, and I'll talk to you soon. See you next time.